Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my yoga room and my bad lighting. uh, Happy Wednesday here in Southwest Pennsylvania. So I'm wondering if you have ever heard of the concept or the term snudging. And I was thinking of this word came to mind today as I was doing my stretching and my practice, and I thought, oh, let's do some snudging today. So one of the mantras that I've given my yoga classes this summer and in the summertime in general is to try easier. So if you practice yoga, if you're on a health and healing journey in any way, you've likely tried hard or been told to try harder or do more or just add this other thing. And you're very good at it. We're all very good at it if we're on a healing journey or you do yoga, practice yoga, etc. So you're already good at that. And yet summertime, if you've watched my last live, is a time of pitta season, fire and water elements, according to Ayurveda. And the qualities of pitta are sharp, focused, intense, light, meaning bright, lots of light and daylight, hot, humid, possibly, and this feeling of when we're out of balance, doing more and burning up and burning out. And so in Ayurveda, we have this term, like increases like, and if we want to find some balance, we look at the opposite qualities and how we can cultivate those opposite qualities. And so if we look at pitta qualities of hot, sharp, focused, intense, maybe we take the opposite stance in our practices and mindset of cooling, of spacious, of less competitive, diffusing, trying easier. All right. So maybe you take on that mantra for yourself. And one of those practices that I have loved, and it feels delicious and a little bit, I don't know what the word is for it, but it just feels like you should get in trouble for it, but you don't. It's called snudging. And I learned this term when taking the menopause course with Sjanie and Alexandra of the Red School. And so if you haven't looked up Red School, and if you are over age 35 in perimenopause or post-menopause, please look up Red School and take any of their workshops or courses, but especially their menopause, the Great Awakener Course. They look at menopause, and now I do, as this, again, Great Awakener, this initiation into a new phase of life, rather than the societal kind of downer messages about this stage of life for women or people who menstruate. And so anyway, this idea of snudging is, on the outside, everything looks normal. You're doing all the things, according to, everything looks normal from the outside. You're doing the things. And yet you have an inner mindset, and you are doing the least amount possible just to keep things going. You're not going above and beyond, doing any extra. You're conserving your energy. But on the outside, everything looks like it's just going swimmingly, and you're just doing all the things that you doing the things, right? And so what I love about this, especially for women, is that we are generally have been seen as the caregivers and the doers. We work, we care for family, we're nurturers. And not to say that the masculine or the males in our life don't do their work as well. I'm speaking to women and people in female bodies at the moment. And so we do all these things, and we are constantly, if we can do more, we will be asked to do more. We will think that we should do more. We're constantly shoulding ourselves, right? And so in the summertime especially, and also if you are in that perimenopause, post-menopause phase, this idea of trying easier may be just delightful to you, right? It may feel a little bit, oh, I shouldn't do that. And that's exactly when you might open up to this concept of snudging. And so, for example, if you go above and beyond at work, all right, wonderful. And yet maybe just for a little while, you do, what is the baseline, what keeps you happy, healthy in your job, and yet there is no extra, right? On the outside, everything is looking great. You're performing, etc. But on the inside, you know that you're doing just enough to get by, so that you can then take that energy you would have put out to someone else and something else, and using it for your nourishment and your joy, your rejuvenation instead, right? And so if this concept of snudging is appealing to you, I would love to hear how you have practiced this in your own life. I won't tell anyone, don't worry. And I ask that you might, especially this summertime when it's hot and humid, at least here in Southwest Pennsylvania, try easier, right? Take it a little easy on yourself. You can always go back to pushing harder, faster, stronger, longer. We know how to do that. We're very good at it. But how can we try a little easier and use some of that energy to nourish our hearts, our minds, and our bodies, and be a little more joyful this summer season? Thanks so much for joining me, if you're joining me live or if you're watching the replay. And I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to take a class with me online or in person, and I will chat with you soon. Take good care.